Welcome to Southport. Welcome to round 2 of four-wheel drive qualifying. We're a little bit earlier than normal, and that's because of that. I'm not sure if you can see the colour of the clouds out there.
All cars are lined up.
We are expecting quite a bit of rain shortly. Jamie Hall just picked Tommy Hall to round 1 of qualifying. This is round 2. We might get round 3 done. Then there's a big question mark over what will happen then. If we do get 3 rounds done, it'll be your best 2 from 3 to count. But round 3 would have to be fully completed. So we're going to watch Paul Crompton. Paul absolutely rapid in round 1, but he did make bobbles and mistakes and was just a couple of seconds shy of TQ. Now Paul's car looks a little bit slow down the straight in comparison to what we're used to seeing from him. Normally his car goes like an Exocet missile. Not here. Well, okay. Maybe it's part of a tactic to try and get everything under a bit more control. He has Josh Holdsworth behind him, and I'd say there is nothing between them on the clock. I haven't got my phone with me to see the live times. And on the road there only appears to be a second or so between them, which is the way they started. Changed my microphone. Hopefully.
So minute 30 in, heat 11. Get ready, please. You're going out next.
Hopefully it's not too sensitive and you can just about hear me.
We're still pushing on.
I can tell you now that the wind is picking up here at Southport. Pressure is dropping, which tells us rain is on the way. This is a good controlled run from Crompton. Not as hectic as his first run. It's very hard to tell the pace he's on, because if I was to guess, I would say he's running at a fraction slower than the Hall brothers. Certainly off the straight, but then again he looks so neat up through there. And we did see Tommy Hall hitting the concrete quite a few times. So that I wouldn't say there's much in it. Very fast through the cobbles.
Get ready, please. Get through scrutineering.
See Josh Holdsworth over. Come on, Marshall. A couple of Red Bulls that Marshall required. So we're still with Paul Crompton. He leads. I can tell you it's car 5 in second, that's Ben Jemison. That tells me that Crompton has quite a significant lead in this heat. It looks fast. It looks a lot smoother than his round 1 attempt. And his round 1 attempt was nearly enough to do it, so that tells me that really this could be enough.
11, be ready, please.
Too hard to tell.
Got a couple more heats to go through for this round.
Paul Crompton, of course, local racer, national winner, regular A finalist. So it would be absolutely no surprise if he puts in a TQ run. His car does look a little bit pedestrian down the straight. Now, big question is, does down the straight matter that much, you know? you have a really fast car and you make up maybe a metre or two down the straight, but you can lose a metre or two in a couple of bad corners. So is it better to have a nice pliable car that behaves itself, or to have something that's a rocket down the straight? I don't know. It's the balance, I suppose. Pull very neat up through that back section there. Down the straight. Carrying lovely speed through the first corner now. A little bit quicker than he was earlier on. Very neat through that infield back section here. Well, look at that. That's a masterclass on how to do it. Reminds me of Darren Bloomfield from a couple of years ago. More than a couple of years ago. Handful of years ago.
So keep going to equal. Ben Jemison, Josh Holdsworth, Matthew Peters, you're done. Everyone else keep going.
Well, I make that in my, just by counting, at 15.317. We'll have to wait for it to be cold. I have to step off the rostrum so I can let the drivers down. Let's listen for it.
So track is very fast. Paul Crompton, new overall TQ 16.315.
There you go, 315. A bit quicker.
11, as soon as you're up there, track is open.
A bit quicker than I expected.
11 straight up, you want laps, please. For your own benefit, work with us.
Rain dance,
Not yet. Well, there you go. 16.315. I can feel rain. I've felt rain. There is rain in the sky.
So the rain is coming in.
Yeah.
Bit of drizzle in there. Crompton
Well,
rain dance.
Paul Crompton will be very happy if it is. He has not only a new fastest time, but also TQing around. So if proceedings get halted,
30-second start order. Can keep pushing it through, drive as quick as we can for you.
if we can get 2 more races done, we're at the point where results can be called, and it would go to Crompton. I'm really clutching at straws, but I'm not sure if anyone's going to go quicker than Crompton. Although in saying that, Neil and Lee had that problem
on your numbers. Heat number 11.
in the last round. Will the track stay dry enough in under the trees? Oh, so many questions, so few answers. Neil Cragg is away. This is going to be Neil pushing for sure. He's going to want not just a TQ, he's going to want TQ in something faster than a 3:16, which is Jamie Hall's time.
Hopkins not started jump on lines, all right?
Well, it's just too close to tell. Neil very fast there, my goodness, through that cobbled section. Very fast, surely faster than Crompton. There's nothing in it through there, I would have thought. Speed down the straight. It shows the presence of mind from Neil that he didn't get distracted by the car going off in front of him. Just there to get his own job done. So Neil pulling away from Lee Martin. Now we know Lee is running at a fast pace, so Neil's pace must be very fast. Well, lucky now, car broke sideways in the air and it was not recovering. And I can tell you that there is rain falling on the track now. That is going to slow things up for sure. So, Neil running neat.
So, 2 minutes down, 3 to go. Heat 12. Get yourself to a straight hearing, please. Be lined up, ready to go. Paul Crompton set the TQ time 16.315.55. Can just watch on for his marching position.
I've been told
He's doing what?
that if the meeting is halted, it will be halted on safety grounds. this track, the AstroTurf, is laid over tarmac at them. There's literally no drainage. The straight acts as a sump for the banked sections at the back. So if the track starts to get slippy, things are not going to get better. So it will come down to safety of marshals on the concrete and the Astro as we watch Neil Cragg. Neil hunting down, with 3 minutes gone, hunting down a time of 16 in quicker than a 3:15. It's quite something to think that
4 minutes 35 to go.
Get a total of 6 minutes practice, and then you have to go out and put in your 2 best performances of the day. That's Neil over, but it costs him very little time. So what I can tell you is, as things stand, Paul Crompton has the fastest time of qualifying with a 16:3:15. If the meeting gets called right now, there would be no result, as 2 rounds of qualifying have not been completed. And that's Neil over. Well, that's an absolute disaster for Neil. 45 seconds to go. This is without the times in front of me, it's impossible to tell, but I don't think that Neil would have been 3 or 4 seconds up on Paul Crompton.
20 seconds to go, closing down heat number 11.
20.
Heat 12, be ready please.
So has the speed of the track been reduced by that rain? Hard to know. The tyres on the car do not appear to be shiny.
Everybody keep going till he called.
So Neil did make it onto the 16 laps. I think it's going to be something like a 16:3:18. I suspect. We will hear now.
Finishing as you hit the line.
There is Neil done, and there is Lee done, not within the second. I can tell you there
still to go. Races
are
on.
some large drops of rain falling out of the sky at the moment.
It's getting faster. But mistakes from Neil Craig and Lee Martin. Hands it to Paul Crompton so far. 1 heat to go. Crompton less than 2/10 clear from Neil Craig. Top of the pile. All brothers to come and some more. Heat 12 track is open. Straight out once you're there, please. Track is open.
Closer, much closer than I thought. 2/10 of a second
Is making
to
the track quick. Neil Craig and Lee Martin.
to Paul Crompton.
Quick times, but it's very tough out there. Marshall Stoney points.
Neil just with the one rollover, needing marshalling. That was it. I suspect he lost about 3 or 4 seconds there. The track would have been
change, please.
significantly quicker. So he's 12. 4-wheel drive round 2. There is little spits of rain now coming out of the sky.
Marshall's on your points, quick as you can, Lewis.
There are the clouds.
Okay, drivers, heat number 12, going on your numbers, please.
The time to beat is Crompton in a 16:3:15. This race will complete, and then a result will happen no matter what. We saw Jamie Hall in round 1, just pipping Tommy. And we're being told that the track is faster than what it was. The AstroTurf has cooled down, and stood up a bit, giving a little bit more grip. So the chances of Jamie beating Paul Crompton's time are significant.
So approaching 1 minute, heat number 1, get ready please, round 3 coming up next. Heat 1, get full scrutineering please.
So I can tell you, Jamie Hull currently leading this heat.
Laid down the target 16:3:15:55. That's the target time. Can't tell what these are doing, but we'll find out very shortly.
A couple of little bobbles for Jamie, but nothing causing any significant time. Nice bit of control in the air to get that car back down on the ground.
What's he doing, Emperor?
I can tell you that it's gone from spits of rain to raining. That's going to make a difference.
Two minutes in. Starting to drizzle a little bit, we're being told.
So Jamie Hull into traffic. They're going to have to get out of the way.
2 minutes 45 to go.
Now, we have a significant amount of rain falling. My shirt is getting wet. I don't want my video camera to get wet. Is this going to affect Jamie Hull? Car sideways out of the column. I can see Jamie Hull's tyres are now shiny. So I think the few moments that we have of Jamie Hull benefiting from the cooler track, it's now going to turn to
so approaching the 3 minute mark.
wet track.
Get yourselves ready, please.
Got 2 minutes to go.
Make sure you go back through scrutineering. You've already been through.
Jamie getting through traffic. Tommy now not far behind. Understeer off the straight, understeer through the first corner, sideways, yeah. So the track. Jamie's trying to push on.
45 to go.
But I can tell you it's Tommy leading now.
Still going.
Jamie's tyres are shiny.
And
The grip has dropped. Visibly not quicker.
Is it easy enough?
Yeah.
Can you get heavy?
So this plays into Paul Crompton's hands. Hull not
1
just
minute 20 to go.
with a TQ, but with a fastest time overall. So if the result was going to see Jamie with a lot of understeers letting Tommy through. Tommy side is in the air but gets away with it.
So 1 minute to go, heat number 12.
So it's not going to be a whitewash from Jamie Hull like we saw from New Colesworth yesterday.
45 seconds remaining.
And I can tell you it's got quite dark here now as we sit under thick grey purple clouds and the rain comes down. The beautiful sunny morning that we had is gone.
$15 seconds to go.
Tommy Hulls leads this. It's going to be nowhere near TQ time.
So closing down, round 2 of qualifying, heat 12. Keep going till you're called.
Tommy is going to make it through.
Everybody keep going. Everyone keep going. Jamie Hull, you're done.
So Jamie done.
Everyone
So
else keep going.
Tommy just makes it on to 16 laps. He's going to have dropped 5 or 6 seconds to Crompton. And he's through. So Paul Crompton on a 16.315 is the current TQ man. Let's see what the weather's going to do. Join us later.